make a little video on semen retention. So everyone, this video is about like the benefits of preserving your love liquid, your juicy sexual elixir of life and love energy, which if any of you are practicing nofap or semen retention or quitting and not doing porn, or even as much, it's better not to do the porn thing because it messes with your mind, gives you potential false image of what sex looks like or is or what it's about. So the benefits are like gigantic and extravaganza in terms of semen retention. Don't fully vibe with the word semen. I was going to call it our lovely elixir of life. Us men and even women can also sometimes benefit from curbing their peak orgasms from the clitoris, because the clitoris is basically like a small penis. But after an hour, if the less you ejaculate as a man, you got way more energy and you last longer in bed, because when you ejaculate your testosterone levels go down significantly and your dopamine, they're both related to happiness and drive and determination and get go and creativity and your ability to create new things and to follow through and complete your projects. All of that is related to your sexual energy, which is your Jing. And if you're low on that, you just feel like slumping on the sofa or just resting in bed. You're tired, you know. And I know that's the way I am. Not just me, it's everybody else, pretty much, with the rarest of exceptions. But the more Jing you have, with the more true power of Qi and vitality and health and energy, the less you'll notice it, but you'll still notice it. It's a across the board thing for guys, be it young or old. But the younger you are, the more Jing you have, and the older you are, the less Jing you have through wear and tear and spending your Jing. Jing is like a bank worth of vitality and power. So the more Jing you have, the more power you have to do things, like I said. And it's unbelievable. Like, way better energy for exercise, fast recovery, more like reserve energy, more in TCM, the Chinese traditional Chinese medicine, it's called Jing. And Jing is also called sexual energy, but it's related to your battery and your adrenals. So it's like your battery pack, your adrenals. It's also kind of like I call your shield. It's like your but the other word that they use instead of your shield is adaptive energy. So like, let's say you're jumping in the sea and your body adapts to the real cold, where someone with low Jing, they're weak. It's your power energy. You can't adapt to the coldness. You haven't got that shield. So it's like a powerful shield to protect us against the elements. It could be too hot, too cold. The power or the adaptive energy to adapt to hard exercise. So it's your final reserve energy. It's also called reserve energy. So when most people like their chi, their energy is gone, you have this backup pack of reserve energy to follow through and get things done, push through, adapt. It's also your adaptive energy for stress. It just means you can cope with stress better, emotional stress, physical stress. So I'm not making any of this up. This is all true. I've learned this throughout the years, and I'm even learning more now. I try and basically ejaculate way less than I ever did, and it's really beneficial. But the more I do it, the better it is. So the more you don't do it, the more you save, the better. Cultivate your energy. It's an energy practice, like Qigong, like any practice of overall health. Let's breathe. Let's take a moment to breathe, my friends. So yeah, I have a bit of kombucha here, but let's stick with the point. Yeah, it's so important. So yeah, in Taoism, like, there's herbs called the Jing herbs, which is very famous. They're my favorites because Jing has been the lowest out of my mental, emotional, and spiritual power, and physical. My physical has been the lowest. I burnt out my Jing earlier in life, so it's like wasting your bank full of Jing. It's hard to top it up, but you can top it up by stuff like by building up your Qi, your vital force, and stop wasting things with leaks, which I'll get into in another video. And I actually have made other videos of that too. So, but let me just finish the story about like semen retention. Like, it takes 6 days for a sperm to fully mature. And that's a whole life all by itself. It's like growing a little miniature child, so to speak, a little miniature life form. Let's call it a life form, because obviously it's not a child, but I meant like a new body, like growing up. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to make, nurture, and give all the nutrients to like millions, if not billions, of sperm in love juice. you know, in love juice. So when you waste that, when you spend it all, even if you're having sex or masturbating is even worse because it's no energy exchange and it's just less intimate. But even if you do when you're sharing with somebody, by making love or having sex, definitely much better to make love, make an emotional, spiritual act too. All of this is spent, and then your body has to go into big kind of sort of shutdown or recuperation mode where you start to try and build up the Jing. So there's Jing herbs, like I said, going to bed early, deep breathing exercises, not doing too much of stuff, too much stress, and not too much, like, not like vast overloads of exercise like some people do, like, and also wasting loads of stuff like drugs, stimulants like coffee, tea, certain drugs, even chocolate to a certain degree is definitely a stimulant too. But the less stimulants, the better. So it takes an awful amount of resources to spend your semen. So some people actually take back their semen. Like I've tried that like many times. Like like it's supposed to give like in a full like sharing and ejaculation, it's supposed to be a teaspoon, and they're supposed to be according to the nutritional values. Like, and it's not just in humans, but in any species. There's not that you're going around taking another species. That's such a weird thought. But I've seen a few like odd things about, like, you know, drinking pee. Or one time years ago I saw something about taking this semen of a horse, like on Jackass program. But yeah, in India, Shivambu is like urine therapy. They drink like cow's urine or their own urine. It's supposed to like help. But anyway, get into that, into another story. Urine is supposed to be like the blood plasma, without the blood platelets and the red blood cells, etc. But it's supposed, like, for example, a teaspoon of ejaculate is supposed to have, for example, of a human, like 100% daily dose of vitamins, of zinc, lots of vitamin C, a whole lot of everything, a whole lot of loads of stuff. So I know a friend on the internet says like totally 100% vouches for taking his own, you know, anytime when he's playing with himself. But yeah, he says much better, and I tried it and it's like, I don't know, either way I'm tired, and I can't remember if probably feel a bit better taking it. But you know, these days I much prefer to share my love with my beloved partner, but I'm even now much more steering towards saving and reaping the full rewards, because anytime I share it and spend it, let it out, it's just too much of an energy loss. It's hard to recover. You sleep more, I sleep more, of less drive, ambition, less sort of overall happiness, less reserve energy, less adaptive energy, less power, battery pack, shield, drive, finishing projects, get-go, determination, inspiration. Maybe not inspiration, but in terms of motivation, determination, and power. I don't want to be weak. Boxers back in the day used to like wait 3 months or so, and Muhammad Ali did that. Lots of other boxers do that. They don't ejaculate for like 3 months before a fight, because otherwise you'd be weak. You weaken your legs especially, but then overall just weaken your entire body. Weaker for the fight, weaker in your training, less mind power, weaker in your mind. I don't know, I've heard it from many years ago, or 15 years ago, I heard it from this guy who's a Hare Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, it's highly suggested, as far as I'm aware, to practice semen retention and not to be letting your love juice go. And they say it's supposed to like help connect and relate to the circulation of cerebral fluid, or like spinal fluid, and related to nourishing or circulating good energy to the brain. I don't know the exact specifics of that, but I've heard that and I well believe it. It's got to do with the whole. So yeah, one thing I want to say is, in terms of erectile dysfunction, even depression and various mental issues, if you save your Jing overall in life, especially the biggest loss of Jing for a man is your love juice. If you save that, you'll last longer in bed. You'll have more sex drive, and you'll have better erections, and you're much more likely to wake up with morning erection as well. And you'll have more sex drive, and you'll last longer in bed. So with practice, you can keep practicing. I've done this and it works. Just keep practicing. You can also squeeze your perineum, which is the muscle in between your butthole, your anisotrocity, your your anal wave love part, your anus and your balls, or your anus and your vagina. There's this part called the perineum, and for man or women, if you just simply squeeze that like on and off, it's what you do when you're peeing and you stop it, you squeeze it. So you can practice doing like up to like 50 or 100 of those squeezes a day. Obviously don't overdo it, but that helps naturally. You don't do it during sex, as far as I'm aware, or maybe some people do, but I heard don't. But even by having a stronger muscle there, you're less likely to spill your pee, but you're less likely to spill your juice or accidentally overflow into an ejaculatory peak orgasm. Flower power. That's another thing. I'm in a way better, more jokey, jolly mood when I eat more along the lines of simple raw fruit or fruitarian type of style. Or I'm definitely saving my Jing with as much semen retention as possible. Another thing about semen retention, I'll get back to my previous point, is that my filtration, which is your kidney's ability to excrete cellular waste metabolism, acids, and overall lymphatic sewage, garbage, toxins, poisons, heavy metals, and waste, which is the fundamental cause of nearly all of the disease, apart from emotional matters too, mental and emotional issues too. But the fundamental part of physicals is that it was the backed up like lymphatic system, like just overall toxicity and dirt and waste and crap from wrong diet and from chemicals and drugs that we're not getting rid of. Which, if you save your energy, you're gonna clean your body way more. You got way more energy to do that. Yeah, I'm just having some fun, folks. Why not? I have to entertain myself in these videos. No, but seriously, I'm just an entertainer archetype. I'm a clown. Big Red. We used to have 3 nicknames: Captain Abstraction, Big Red Clown, and then New Age Stage Clown. Transformer. I threw it in because it's blocky. But anyway, getting back. Yeah. So much more energy, so much better mood, feeling to like hum, skip, dance, sing, whistle, play, laugh, joke. All that stuff is increased when I build up my Jing and eat as more raw vegan and fruit based diet as possible. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful. I'm gonna go into the post office, pay my parking fine, my speeding ticket I'm in. I'm on the last day, and have a few more minutes to work before it closes. I'm probably going to go overrun and get fined an extra 40 quid for making this video and getting delayed. Just kidding. I have a few more minutes to go for sure. Maybe half an hour to an hour. But yeah, is there anything else I can think of? I hope this video helps. If you want to befriend me on Facebook, social media, Instagram, anywhere else like that, Odyssey, befriend me and subscribe here on YouTube and Odyssey. It's great to connect and you like-minded spirits. If you need any help one-to-one, like, people love getting help by me. They're just absolutely great testimonials. People come back for more often as well. I just love to help people. It's my biggest passion in life, to help people, be of service. And obviously my biggest one is to show up for my family, my children, my wife, my partner, my beloved. Show up for my family, my kids, my partner, you know. That's the number one. And then after that is to like be of service to the rest of humanity. So I personally love it, and it's for that reason why I'm wearing her like maternity top pants, you know, and just why not, you know what I'm saying? Woo yeah, baby! Woo! I'm a silly man, silly boy. Oh, this is the way I go around in life in general. I'm an absolute hooligan, madman, just going around over spiritual. Just kidding. I'm actually very balanced, can you imagine? I've gotten numerous aura photographs, and the guy was very surprised at just how balanced I am between the physical and the spiritual. Maybe that's why I'm able to be sort of like a mixture of spiritual and physical, and I can pretend or joke and play. Just part of my archetype, like I said, it's part of my personality. We come down to life with like a blueprint, a certain degree of like purpose and calling, a certain life plan, a blueprint, an idea, a certain calling. But we come down also with a personality. It's not just pure randomness. Like, we know and we have an idea, and personality is part of our whole life plan and how it's going to unfold to a certain small degree, but just our overall personality, you know. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can think of right now. I'd love to connect with you, wish more. And I forgot to tell you, I also have a herb store, so 20% off first time subscribers. Check that out. Just use the code. And for there's a wonderful code you can see in the description. Me and my family do that. I love to share. So we have a beautiful herb store with Jing herbs, my number one formula, Rejuvenate. That's what I like the most. And maybe cordyceps, hoshiwu, chaga, medicinal mushroom mix. But yeah, sorry, the Jing one is Rejuvenate, hoshiwu, and cordyceps. But Rejuvenate has a whole lot of stuff. It's a blend. So yeah, how are you today? Do you have any news? What's your experiences? So leave us a comment below and what's your tips or strategies and benefits of preserving your life force. So preserve the energy. And one last thing, it's really good and important to last an hour in bed. Semen retention lasts at least an hour in bed, and around an hour is a special mark. And with that, use your mind to start circulating the energy up from your penis and your beautiful balls of love and life. Your lovely, lovely oval-shaped little soft little things there. Yeah. Go. Use your mind for real. Go up and down, and circulate it. And when you're making love, if you can synchronize breathing, looking at each other too, and then around an hour mark, that's when you can start like feeling more like special things. A woman may have a few orgasms by then, but that's when more magic will happen for the man and the woman. You can start having like stuff like other types of sensations or feelings, and orgasms are special feelings. And yeah, that's great. So just do that. Use your mind, practice physically, try and go for love making for an hour or more, and love it and enjoy it. And you don't have to like come at the end of it. It's okay, my friends. It's okay, beautiful men and women, especially the men probably watching this. It's okay. So it's all good. And another thing to help you not like ejaculate earlier, premature ejaculation, breathing. Because when you go to, usually ejaculating is more like straightening your body. So just relax and slow it down. Breathe deep instead of too fast. Nice and slowly. And if you need to take little breaks, you might come close to orgasm. Take a break, let it go down a little bit. Go again, take a break, relax, and keep going. And that can go many times, and have loads of fun, and make it emotional, spiritual, physical, mental, like beautiful experience for you and your beloved. So yeah, lots of love. My name is Owen Fox, divinely living here in Ireland, and I hope this video helped you for real, and my little comedy sketch. Lots of love. Take care and enjoy your lovemaking sessions, and either solo or especially with your partner.